this is kind of an interesting thing because we've been working for probably a year and I have not had a very good AR report system, which is accounts receivables. Obviously a very important thing to know in your business is how much money is owed to you. So I've just been, on the fly, I've been kind of like working off the, what is that word called?
You're winging it?
I've been winging it. I've been winging it, and I did have a really basic system with like the last kind of like bookkeeping person that we had for AR, and she just created a very crude spreadsheet with like all of our jobs and like just basically guessed everything. So I had an idea, I wasn't completely clueless. But now we're about to unveil for the very first time like a real AR system, which is really exciting because once we have a good grasp of our accounts receivables, how much money we're owed, how much money come in, and then how much money we owe to like our supplier, it was going to be really nice to just have a better, just kind of a better idea of like our cash flow situation, and do we need to freak out? Do we not need to freak out? If we're not going to freak out, then great. Or do we need more money? Do I need to talk to someone about like getting more money to fund all the jobs? We figure, it just kind of really helps as far as like financial management. Obviously, it's crucial. It's kind of a wonder that we even got this far without it. But I've been doing some blog posts recently, and I've been writing on my blog that like, I remember like if you just have a really strong drive to succeed in this business, you can actually be successful still. But you just you're definitely limited, on how far you can get.
Just a click of a button.
We filtered out.
We get to these reports and then we got stuck. Annabelle and I got stuck, but it sounds like you've set it up now.
Right. So right here, this is the.
Same song.
Invoices.
It's just it is an
All
invoice.
invoices.
Yeah, invoice. Yes.
All invoices are
will
my
be
invoices.
right.
So all invoices and all payments made are reflected in my invoices.
Right.
What about like
for
the ones that are open, for jobs that are open, not jobs that have gone to job complete? Is that right?
Right. So basically how the report, this module works is they start 100,000 foot level. Okay. Right. So the types of reports that you can create are a task report, job report, contact report, activity report, all the way down, to a document or invoice report, or even credit memos or payments.
Okay.
So if I were to create, just add an invoice report, create an invoice report.
Okay.
It's going to give me every single invoice within the system from the beginning of Job Nimbus all the way until yesterday
even
or today.
Paid invoices.
All of it.
Everything.
Right.
Okay.
This is where I go to start filtering things out.
Gotcha.
So right now we have your subtotal, tax, total paid, and balance. That's where the general information when you first create one.
Okay.
Here's a list of all the things that you.
Real quick, like this is sort of incomplete still because we still have some jobs in there with no invoices. Right. Okay. They were like, so what do you guys? He's like your business partner, and I'm like, I mean, in a way, yeah, but he's his own consulting guy, and I'm the owner of this business, and we work together on, this is kind of what he does. He consults, right. And they were like, okay, but yeah, so that's really.
Yeah. All right. So then this here again shows everything that's in all of these open. These columns here. You can create, since there are already columns in there, you can add filters to that column. Anything else you want to add, you can add the column. So in this situation, you can create. So you have related contacts. You have the I'm trying to see internal. No, I don't think you need anything unless you need the sales rep. Maybe we can add the sales rep in.
We could do that. We can filter later.
Right. I'm just showing you this is how it kind of populates how this
I'm
whole
more
goes
curious
down.
about general for everybody. Well, just the business in general.
Okay. So then we add filter. Now this is everywhere you can filter out. So what's going to be interesting to you guys right now? We think filter or is open. Right. So you want all your open ones. So here's the status of the invoice. Here's all the stats that you want to pull from. So right now we're just going to go into open. And so there's 33 open invoices right now. Now this is a bare minimum. Now I'm going to add the fund. So right here is where you know what's been filtered. The sum of the total paid, and the sum of the balance. So now what we have here is these columns will be totaled. How do you like seeing it?
Balance owed would be nice.
Balance, so just the balance?
Yeah.
You want show it, you don't care really about the total or total paid?
I mean, eventually we will, but for right now.
For right now?
Yeah, that's
do
what we
that.
really care. Yeah, that is what we care about.
Okay, so easy peasy.
This is really good to me, to be honest with you. I'm like happy that this is where we're at. Because at some point it was like last year, I think the highest it got was somewhere like 450,000. So this is a super insider's look into
So
how to
I was trying to
get
do
a
so
hold of
that
your AR
in
report.
some of these, you can
You've
actually
got it figured out at
move-
this point. It's pretty exciting.
Actually, let's see, let's go over.
There's the affidavit, and then I need you to sign at the bottom. And pick your license.
I should probably read what I'm signing. Getting licensed in Littleton, Colorado. So that's pretty awesome. Just roofers, right? The first one.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Awesome, thank you. So one thing, when you know you have a really great office manager, when they kind of help you get this stuff taken care of, and then you just kind of have to sign, because you really, my opinion is that you should be focused on, sales, marketing, and have people to help you with the back office. Especially if you're like me and you have kind of like sales background. Salespeople in general are terrible at back office stuff. So I've had to really work on that over the years and have some really good people to help me with it. So thank you.
So I guess I would say that I'm supporting, really Annabelle is doing most of that work. Annabelle and Armando, to some extent, we've discussed, are currently doing that work. So I'm kind of redundancy a little bit to kind of support where needed, especially like if and when you guys get really busy during hail season, kind of an extra set of hands to just call on as needed.
I think we're supposed to be doing a quarterly review of the MVP file, like at the end of June, I think it is, right?
Yeah, in July. Usually we do it mid-July, so you have a chance to get your Q2 numbers finalized.
Okay.
So that we can kind of evaluate it. Yeah. Okay.
So right now we're just sort of talking about that quarterly review and like what we need to do to like kind of have a successful quarterly review.
Sure.
And
Okay.
and I'm definitely not clear what we need to do whatsoever for the most part.
Okay. So let's get clear.
And I think Annabelle might have I think it might be a good refresher to kind of know what we're sort of what's expected for the quarterly review as well, right? And then like Angela's just sort of like overseeing it and kind of getting familiarized with it because she's never even seen the MVP file.
I can prepare for it so that we have the same information and we basically just go through each pillar of the business and do a bit of a SWOT analysis, like strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
So that's in the next that's in the next lesson that I'll be doing when I watch the videos, and then I'll have
Exactly.
a group.
Actually preparing for the quarterly. Do it. But what I can do though is just take you guys through like the main areas of the file that there's still some gaps on that you'll need to grab information to be able to fill out that worksheet. So just so you know, like Angela, and just to clarify, like the MVP is not, it just sounds like you guys totally understand, like it's not where the critical information of your business like originates, it's where you take that information from like a financial software or from a CRM and put it in a way that you can like analyze it, understand it, make decisions, take a look at options. So it's really the point of it is to have it in a format that you can, think strategically about your business. And so there's a sales component to it, right? So saying, okay, what's my sales plan for the year? And then how am I tracking against that? There's a production component. Where do I need to be produced at to be a track for my revenue goal for the year? And how am I doing compared to what I thought I needed to do? And then also a financial component to it. So, where am I at on my margins? What am I trending? Where is my overhead at? Where am I, profiting? Where am I not profiting? And then you can also look at individual job costing. So it's like sales, production, and financials will be the main components that you'll need to basically prepare and look at in the file to prepare for that quarterly meeting.
So like just to kind of I guess for me to kind of like understand it, like the goal is to kind of mainly figure out where are we at now, and then in relation to our strategic plan, the original goals of the strategic plan. Is that right, more or less, Ashley?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Cool.
like it's good to know too, like how are each of my sales people's conversion ratio? how are each of my salespeople's average job size?
Yeah.
Are there certain people that are performing like higher or lower? Is there support or direction that I need to be giving as the leader to help my people differently, right?
Absolutely.
So what it'll do, Armando, is really just give you data
Okay.
to then like decide what to do with. And that's part of the strategic review, is if you bring the data in, we come together and we're like, okay, let's identify where we need to focus for Q3. On a sales side, what are the opportunities that we can capitalize on, and what are some of the challenges that might be ahead based off of what we know? Great, let's put focus and full attention to what's most important.
Okay, gotcha.
So the revenue produce is a lot simpler. Basically all of this is just how much have you invoiced, like how much are you invoicing each month, right? So this gives you an idea of the productivity of the business per month, right? Like how much revenue is actually being taken in, not on a cash basis, on an accrual basis, but it'll show like the activity and the production level, so that you know, okay, if we want to do 4 million still this year, where are we at? Are we on track? Are we not on track? Again, what do we need to do to focus for the next quarter to get closer to the goal that we had for the year?
Okay.